I was actually I was doing press for Big Hero, and I was in Korea, and I was with the producer and the directors, and we were there. We got the news at like 3 a.m. in Korea, and we were in this hotel. So we opened up the mini bars, and we had a huge party where they had like whiskey and Korean soju, and like we had a big Korean style party, which was great because the movie has a lot of Asian themes, and there was something really magical about being there, getting the news there, and it was just one of my best memories I think I'll ever have.
Yeah, I mean, the nominations came out so early in the morning. I don't think I was up until like 11 that day. So people were tweeting me all day long, wake up, we got nominated. And I tweeted it at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and they're like, you're finally up, great. But I had like the Critics' Choice that day, and it was cool. Everyone was asking me about it on the carpet, and I was like, oh yeah, I just found out about it like a couple hours ago.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the voice acting. Have you guys ever done voice acting before this movie?
Yeah, I've been doing it all my life. No, actually, it's my first voiceover ever. Yeah.
Yeah, it was first for me too. It was my first everything, a voice acting audition, job. I mean, luckily the character's pretty close to my tone. The hardest thing for me was to find out, how to speak to a brother, because I'm an only child, and Ryan is too. So that was tough. How do you speak to a brother? How do you scold a brother without being too tough? And how do you maintain that level? So that was a little tough, but the experience itself was a lot of fun, very freeing, really amazing.
Yeah, I grew up watching Disney films, and I know you did too. It's just like I keep saying it, but it's just wish fulfillment. I got to go in. I didn't have to change my voice. I didn't have to put on makeup or wardrobe, or I got to go in.
Why did you then?
What?
Why did you put on makeup every day?
Oh, well, it's.
You didn't have to.
No, I know it's kind of a personal thing.
There's the choice.
The guy liner's in right now. Okay. But no, it's just I got to go in and play for hours on end and explore, just me a couple of years ago, basically. That's what I was up to. Obviously, I wasn't saving the world, when I was 14, but I was really hands-on, building things. Had a good group of friends, had a good family, and my mouth and my brain got me into a little bit of trouble. But who hasn't?
Aside from the big Disney logo that was attached to the movie, what attracted you to this project?
Everything about the project attracted me. Just the idea of being involved in something so innovative, new, original, something that takes risks. I thought that was very appealing. The diverse cast, the Asian themes.
There's #Asian American Power.
Everything about this movie had me just waiting for that phone to ring after my audition. I was like, I've done, after normal auditions, I kind of just let it go. This one I couldn't do. I was like, when are they calling? When are they calling? I hope I get this. So.
And let's talk a little bit about the team. Why do you think they work so well together, even though they're so different?
I mean, they're geniuses. I mean, just genius people in general seem to be able to do things very efficiently, and every single one of these kids is a genius in a certain field of science and kind of in their own way. And I think at first it was just like the beginning of the film, how do they work together? But once they figured it out, it was like that. Every single one of them just used their strengths and aided one another, and that was it. Like that's history. Big Hero 6 was born right then.
Yeah, they complement each other very well.
Yeah.
Which character would you want to hang out with? If you had to just pick one of them.
But to hang out with?
Hang out with, just for
to
one
like do
full
what?
day.
To like go out and just...
It's up to you. One full day.
Oh, man. Aside from Baymax?
Yeah, aside from Baymax, because he's probably going to be the default answer.
Yeah. I get a kick out of Fred. I think he's fun. I think he'd make me laugh a lot. I love laughing and just joking around. He makes me laugh a lot. So probably spend the day with Freddy. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I would rather spend time with the cat Mochi, I think. I don't need to spend time with people.
Yeah.
I do enough of that as it is.
There you go.
Yeah, the cat would be awesome. Yeah, I think one of the alternate openings in the animated, well, not the animated, but the DVD release, is this opening geared around Mochi. And it's one that didn't obviously make it to the final product, but it's kind of this scene where they're working on this these like rocket like boots for the cat, and the cat is like flying around, and it's like it's this
But
invention.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's in the book.
yeah. It was,
Oh, yeah.
But they also have a small like kind of drafted version of it. So like the brothers are working on basically being able to make their cat fly. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Is he gonna join in the sequel maybe for Big Hero 7?
That'd be cool.
No, Big Hero 62. Yeah, or 6.
6-2. 6.2.
I don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
Well, I mean, let's talk about it.
We're
Is
starting
there
to pitch it.
something getting developed there?
Well,
or?
to be quite honest, I have absolutely no idea. I mean, the world is so massive that I think there definitely is room for another film, and I would love to be able to revisit Hero and revisit these characters. It's just, it's like it's the greatest job in the world. Like you just get to have fun.
We can hope.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe Tadashi will be back as like the T-1000 or something.
Yeah. Oh no, like he pre-recorded a bunch of stuff on Baymax.
There you go.
So like Hero can go through and watch all these videos.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, it's all kinds of angles. You have to look for new angles.
So is it possible when all these children watch this movie, it's possible that they might get into robotics and be able to explore their creativity and I don't know. What do you think?
Absolutely, I think so. That's one of my favorite things about this film is that it inspires people to try things, and you know it's an easy film to watch. So even from a very young age, you can get ideas. I know I had friends who have kids who went to watch this, and they'd come out and they'd be like, "Daddy, I want to try this. I want to build Baymax." You know what I mean? For a young child to say that, that's pretty amazing. And this film does that. It puts those ideas in the kids' heads, and so I'm super proud of that.
Yeah. I mean, it encourages kids to use their brains. You know, that sounds kind of silly because everyone does use their brains, but you know, in a sense of disconnecting. You know, disconnect from the computer, the video games, the tablet, whatever it is, and having just talk to somebody and create something with that person, and you know, whether it's like a toy, like you know, there's like a build Baymax, like whether it's you build that with your brother or you know, you build something out of popsicle sticks. I don't even know. Just you know, being creative.
That's like what we had when I was a kid. I mean, you know, like Legos and things like that were super popular. Like, but that was stuff that when you did it, you actually, you know, you benefited greatly from it. You learned a lot while doing it and improved you. I don't know what kids play with these days in terms of toys, but I mean, I'd like to
Bricks.
see, just
Play with bricks.
just actual cement
Actual
blocks.
cement.
Yeah.
They make that face while they're at it.
What'd you make, Johnny?
That's gonna be screen grabbed, by the way, and turned into multiple memes and gifs.
Well, your answer is it's just it's great to be part of a film that's so inspiring to kids.
And lastly, what do you think audiences can really learn or just get from this film?
There's a lot.
There's a lot, but I think one of the really cool things that people can take away from this film is that this film is a representation of what the world looks like and the direction it's heading in, and there is so much diversity in this world. I mean, especially living in like a city like Los Angeles or New York, you're immersed in so many different cultures that life kind of becomes colorblind. You're not necessarily defined no longer by your your ethnicity or your race, but your personality, your name, who you are, and I think the film is exactly that, and it's a representation of the melting pot.
Yeah, there's a lot of themes in the film, that you could take from. The one that I really find myself thinking about a lot is that you can't solve things necessarily with violence. There's a part of the film towards the end where Hiro's going through a very traumatic experience with Tadashi, and he tries to program Baymax to do some things that he wouldn't necessarily have him normally do, and his friends are there to kind of pull him back in and say, no, that's not the answer. Violence is not the answer. There's different ways to solve problems, and that's an important message to not only for kids but for everyone nowadays. When I think we live in a culture where a lot of things, violent things, have become much more popular. Which is not necessarily bad. There's a place for that, but I mean, it's nice to see a movie that says, hey, pump the brakes a little bit. We can solve this in other ways.